And now on BBC One News and Debate from the world of politics with Samantha Simmonds.
Hello and welcome to Politics London. Coming up.
So we need to rebuild trust with those people.
Can you rebuild trust with Boris Johnson as leader still?
The challenge for Boris Johnson is to demonstrate that he can do that. My party is one that's always been a broad coalition, and it's one that's had certain principles though. That involves being straight with people, that involves respecting rules, but it also involves competence. It involves actually being serious in tone and serious in purpose. It involves tackling the issues that really matter to people, which for example certainly includes the cost of living, the economy and a raft of other issues like housing and the environment in London, and therefore that needs to be addressed.
Are you willing to take the chance on him being able to step up, or is it time for him to go?
I've said that I will take any decisions as to the Prime Minister's future once we know the totality of the evidence in relation to what's happened at number 10, and of course the broader considerations too. What I think is important though is this: why we must rebuild trust is that if we don't do that, we won't get the credit for the good things we've done on vaccine rollout, our international leadership in Ukraine, and the tough decisions we need to deal with the economy.
You say you want to know the totality of what happened at Downing Street. He's had one fixed penalty fine. How many is too many for him to have to go? One more?
So what we've got is the operations note that says, roughly what time that he's doing various things, which includes, guess what, having something to eat.
Sure, but the narrative all along from Keir Starmer and the Labour Party has been this was an impromptu gathering, nothing like what happened in Downing Street and the parties there. Keir Starmer, though, has said...
There is no email that has gone out saying, as there is at the 12 number 10 parties, come to a party.
But it was planned, wasn't it?
Well,
Boris Johnson, Keir Starmer said...
It's planned that he will eat and he doesn't live on fresh air.
Boris Johnson, Keir Starmer said, should resign if he was investigated by police over the Downing Street parties. Now, obviously, Sir Keir Starmer is being investigated by Durham police. Surely it's double standards if he doesn't go. This is BBC News. I'm Samantha Simmonds with the latest headlines for viewers in the UK and around the world. Russia has so far given details of more than 1,300 deaths in Ukraine. Well, I'm joined now by Yuri Saks, spokesperson for the Ukrainian Ministry of Defence. He's in western Ukraine. Welcome to you. Thank you very much for joining me. So we heard in the past 3 hours from President Zelensky that Russia now controls 20% of your country. 100 days ago when this war started, how would you have anticipated the situation to look? Is it better or worse than you might have hoped for back then?
Good afternoon, and thank you for inviting me. Back then, it was very uncertain and it was very difficult to predict, how this aggressive war would turn out. And so we need more heavy weaponry to be able to liberate our cities and to be able to push the enemy back to at least the level before February 24.
Just update us on the situation in Severodonetsk, which is a key strategic part of the Donbas region, isn't it?
It is indeed, and the fighting in Severodonetsk at the moment is taking place in the city itself. It's street-to-street fighting. It's very dynamic. The enemy is in the city. The enemy is using heavy artillery support in order to damage Ukrainian armed forces. Ukrainian army is still protecting, like I said, street by street, and the situation is very serious.
Russia has said that in reaction to the US committing to these longer range missiles, they have said this is intentionally adding fuel to the fire. Are you concerned that this could backfire, that it could intensify Russians' attack at all?
It's very strange sometimes to interpret what Russia is saying, because on a daily basis, Ukraine is a target of missile strikes. I mean, how much worse it can get?
Hello and welcome. Breaking news. In the past couple of minutes, Pakistan's Prime Minister Imran Khan has just been ousted in a no-confidence vote in Parliament there. Well, the vote was much delayed for many days. Let's have a look at the scene there live now. This is inside the Parliament building in Islamabad, where Imran Khan has just been ousted in a vote of no confidence by fellow MPs.